Right there. Right there. I did the wrong.
Hi.
Good morning.
What are we doing? The YMCA?
I did it the other way.
YMCA.
I'm opposite. I was trying to high five you, and I was like, wait.
Hold on. Hold on. Good morning.
Abbott. Good morning. And then we got Miss Teresa, Miss Judy, Miss Arlene, Miss Karen, Miss Jovita, Brother Troy Sutton.
Did you say hi to Teresa Jukowitz?
Teresa Jukowitz. Yes, I sure did. Good morning, TJ. As Chris calls her. Oh, I need a recipe box. Yes, I know. I've already started adding to my recipe box. I've already started adding to it. Went and wrote down Chris's grandmother's spice cake recipe, and I made it, and he absolutely loves it.
You go, girl.
I know. Sister Evelyn.
Hi, Sissy. Hi, Sissy.
And then we have Ark Wildman Survival.
What's
Hello,
up?
good morning.
Hi.
Heather from Heaven's Fire.
What's up, Heather? How you doing this morning, babes?
Bayou Back 40.
Hi, Christy.
Good morning. And then we got Rhonda Dodson. Good morning, Rhonda.
Good morning, Rhonda.
We have some goodies coming up. I'll let Lauren take over right quick.
We are going to make, now, Amy put the recipe up there, but I'm telling you guys right up ahead of time, I am changing the directions on this. So I'm going to add some edited notes after the live. We are making homemade donuts.
You're making what?
What? I was like, hold up. What's happening?
You're making donuts?
Yes.
Hi,
Donuts.
Amy. Hi, everybody.
He almost knocked over everything. That was funny.
I'm awake now. I do not need an energy drink. Oh, blow the old ticker right there. That's what you want to do to a middle-aged woman.
I even had that ticker going just a bit ago. I was like, hold up a minute. What's going on? Okay, I guess we're not making donuts.
My dearly beloved also has a snow day today. Yeah, it's going to be like this all day long, y'all.
Have a good day, Heather.
Didn't mean to run you off.
Karen's like, oh. Joe in the house.
Good morning, Karen. I hope all of you are nice and bright-eyed and bushy-tailed now. Anyway, we're making donuts, y'all. And I'm changing this up a little bit. Anytime I make a yeast-based recipe, I do some very basic things. Every single recipe. First thing I'm starting out with is 1 cup of warm milk. Not hot, warm. And I'm reserving just a little bit if I decide to do a glaze on these donuts afterward. Then to that, I'm adding 5 tablespoons of sugar. So right in there. Just get it up in there. One of these weeks, I'm going to come fully prepared for one of these lives. All right, and I'm just kind of stirring it together until the sugar dissolves.
Good
Just
morning.
takes a sec. And then to that, I'm adding, and if you'll notice in the recipe, it calls for 7 grams of yeast. 7 grams is roughly 2 and 2.34 teaspoons of yeast. So 1 packet of yeast. And we're just going to let that sit and get happy for a minute. This is a super simple recipe anybody can do, but I don't know. I think Amy kind of was prophetic in thinking homemade glazed donuts would be really yummy today. We didn't know that there was this Arctic thing coming in.
Well, they were talking about it, but we just didn't like. We had a power outage for a few seconds, and I was just like, okay, if this thing happens tomorrow, we'll have to put it off, but we'll just float. We'll go with the flow right now.
Yeah,
That's
we're
what
just
we're gonna do.
let's just see what it's back snowing here pretty decent right now. Let's just see what happens. Hopefully we can make it through this. And
Good morning, Karen Bress. Good morning, Oops. Good morning, Neil. And yes, it said 7 grams, but Miss Lauren has put that into terms of that's just a packet of that yeast.
yeah, so I don't want to do too much of a deep dive into it. 7 grams is a packet of yeast. A packet of yeast is 2 1/4 teaspoons. 7 grams actually is 2.34 grams. Anyway, it's a packet of yeast. You can add a little bit more. And in fact, because of the environment in my kitchen today, I rounded up. So I did 2 1/2 teaspoons in the bowl of my mixer. And we're just letting it get happy right now. So
and it is true on the environment inside the kitchen, not just for when you're baking, but the I have eggs in the incubator right now, and
yeah.
I'm telling you that percentage is it's fluctuating, so we have to keep an eye on it. And
Yep.
it's never done that. Well, I can't say it's never done that before because we used a different incubator, but this one, I mean, it is like really fluctuating. I'm just like, oh, I hope these eggs do really good.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
yes, the temperature inside your kitchen matters. Like
Yeah.
you will see a difference in the dough and everything. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you see that in your kitchen consistently, if it's a cooler kitchen, if your dough is not rising right or whatever, add a little bit more yeast and warm that liquid up just a little bit more. You don't want it to get so hot that you can't touch the liquid. That'll kill the yeast. But make it nice and warm, where you can you want to take a bath in it. And we're bloomed, guys. It's that simple. We are bloomed out on our yeast.
Scotty.
What
He
happened?
said he wanted to say good morning before he headed to the hospital. Something stuck in his throat and thought he dislodged it overnight, but it didn't. So he has to have them do it.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, Scotty.
Prayers up, man.
And Karen says she loves homemade glazed donuts.
Well, then you're just going to love it today. Okay, so we've got that going. Now we're going to add in, I've got 2 tablespoons of softened butter right here. I'm just going to pop that in. I didn't want to melt it because that was going to make it too hot for the yeast.
James is having bacon and eggs.
1 egg. I just put 1 egg in.
Good morning. Good morning, Lacey. Well, there's Chris, Texas Raider.
Well,
Good morning.
All right, next we're going to add our 3 cups of all-purpose flour.
Hi, Kevin. Good morning, local prepper. Thank you so much.
The dough's looking like it's probably going to be a little bit of a shaggy dough, which means it's loose, it's kind of wet. We don't want wet. We don't want it sticking to our hands, but we don't want it to be dry either. So let's see how this goes. We may have to adjust some ingredients because, again, the environment in my kitchen. If you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 500 times. Pause and scrape down the sides of your bowl.
Good morning, Avid.
Hi, Avid.
Good morning, Langley's Build a Homestead.
What's up, guys? Thanks for coming in.
So, during Lauren's talking, I will put up like the chat because it's hard to say hi to everybody, and
Oh, good idea.
I don't want to interrupt you talking about the ingredients and how you're doing it.
Okay.
But I'll wave at people. Neil said he's going to be over in a few minutes.
Wow, I'm impressed. Right at the last second, it came together pretty nicely. I'm going to add just a little bit more flour, about a tablespoon I'm adding, because again, the environment in my kitchen. Need more.
Treasure Hunter Neil said he's headed over to your house in a few minutes, and then he said they'll bring coffee.
You better have some good treads on your tires, buddy. Nothing's getting in and out of here for the next couple of days.
Nope.
Let me wipe my fingers off.
Good morning, Charlene. I'm telling you, I have to invest in a mixer. A mixer makes life so much easier.
It really does. It does all the
It
kneading
does.
for you. So what I'm going to do, and I do this every single yeast recipe I make, I get everything all blended together. And even though the mixer does the work for me, I will still take it out and knead the dough for a little bit. Let me get a little flour down here. Yeah,
For
see,
those,
it's a wet dough. It's a wet dough, but it's not a messy dough. It's not like the bacon cheddar bread. Okay. And I'm going to put my oven on its lowest heat setting. For me, it's 175. I'm not going to let it get all the way to 175. I'm going to get it up to about 100, turn off the oven. So while it's doing that, I'm going to go ahead and play with my dough.
Well, Neil said that they'll take their helicopter to you. Chris
Oh,
said
okay.
that his ETA is 15 minutes. And he just needs a place to land his chopper.
We got it. Aging in place when you're a homesteader means having an acre or two cleared out for helicopter landing, in case you need medevac. We were thinking ahead.
Good morning, Virginia. Who the chopper? Neil.
Something wrong with that boy. Okay.
I did notice. Okay, so I keep forgetting her name. The Bayou Back 40. What was her name?
Christy.
I do know that there is a difference. Because she said her oven has a bread proof setting.
Mhm.
And she still prefers to heat it on the lowest setting. It works that way. So I noticed a difference with the proofing that we did. But see, we didn't proof it before I put it inside the oven. You know what I'm saying? But there was still a difference between that proof setting and having the stove warm at the 90 to 100 degrees.
Yeah.
Definitely a difference in that. So I have to agree there.
Let me grab. I'm not kidding. One of these days, I'm going to come to one of these lives fully prepared where
Evelyn says she wants a mixer. But
I'm just lightly greasing the inside of my bowl. This is what my ball of dough looks like now. This is going to be our donuts. Just going to pop that right there in the bowl. Turn off my oven. Perfect. And we're just going to let it rise until it's about double. Got to wash my hands.
So Miss Lauren is going to do, instead of the twist, she's going to do regular donuts with donut holes in them. And sister, I want a mixer so bad. I am seriously wanting to invest in one, because how I make my bread and doing all the mixing is with my I have it has the round circle on the top and it has something in the middle. It's like a little, what do you call that? And it's got a wooden handle. You have one. I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? I can't remember what it's called. But it's got a wooden handle and it's got the silver top that you mix stuff with by hand. You have one. I've seen it before, and I bought one at the Okie Homestead Expo, and that's how I mixed my stuff for my bread and stuff.
Is it an egg beater? Is it a butter beater?
No, it's big. It's a big one. I just can't remember what it's called.
An immersion blender with an attachment on it.
No. It's on the tip of his tongue too. I am so bad at naming what.
It's a whisk.
It's a whisk. I believe it's a whisk, but it's only got two. I'm gonna have to send you a picture because I'm just like, when I explain things, it's like, okay, I know you have one because I've seen you use it before. It's a big long wooden handle, and it's got a round, like a round thing, and in the middle of that round thing, it has little things that do this number, like this, in the middle of that silver thing. But you use it to mix stuff. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, we're guessing the tool with Amy. Welcome to our segment.
Guess the tool. Guess the
So it has this thing,
Yes.
but then it has this other thingy that does that on a thingy. Yep.
A dough whisk. I guess it's a dough whisk. Maybe.
There's no such thing.
And Hovita says, Q. No twist. What kind of show are you doing?
Okay, I'm probably going to do a twist or two, but I thought
A dough mixer?
the round donuts with the donut holes might be more fun because some of you don't like to eat an entire donut and you would rather eat the hole. Okay.
Oh.
So I'm trying to think what in this kitchen matches that description.
It's a thingamabob. Yes, that's right. The Muddy Acres homestead. It's a thingamabob.
Yeah, but it's got the
Welcome
thing.
to name that tool. Yes, it's got a long wooden
It's a
handle.
long wooden thing.
It's got a
And
circle.
it's got a thing on top.
Yes, and then in the middle of that, it has
a
little.
thingy.
Yeah, yeah. It's a thingamajiggy. Welcome to name that tool. On the next segment, we will have that tool in hand.
We have a happy sippy cup for the person who can come up with the name of that tool.
Unless Chris decides that he's going to go find it in the kitchen.
But it's so cheating. Yeah, Chris, go find it in the kitchen. Find it. I'm going to be
It's on
losing.
the table.
I'm going to lose sleep over this. Now, what in my kitchen has a long thingy with a thingy on
A
top?
dough whisk?
Thingy.
It's a whatchamacallit. A dough whisk. It's a whisk of some kind, but it's a heavy metal round. It's like heavy metal.
It's like heavy metal, like what, like Ozzy Osbourne, or
Yes.
That's where I was going with it, Chris. So now we're going to the heavy metal. We're going heavy.
Crazy Train. That's what I think of when I think
Crazy
of
Train is exactly where my brain was going. Okay,
Y'all,
that's
this is what kind of show we're doing, you know?
We're-
Swedish dough whisk.
we're educational.
Troy Sutton says he has one of those.
Show it, Troy.
Does it look like a little face on the end of the wood? I think so, yes.
What?
It's a dough whisk. Do you have a dough whisk?
I don't have a dough whisk.
I've seen you have one. When Chris brings it, I swear you have one. Lauren, I've seen you. I Googled it. Lacey said I Googled it.
Did you Google a thing with a thing with a thing?
Yeah. Did
Right.
you say? Yeah.
How did Google understand that?
Right? Lacey, I would like to know how you Googled it. Yeah. Yeah. Mine's a little dirty because I used it yesterday. No, I didn't. Lauren, you're going to laugh when you see it because I know you have one.
Okay, Pumpkin, it's your show. What is it? I don't have one of those.
I could have swore you had one.
I
I know,
do
Miss Cree. Yes. See?
How is
You've
that
used one before.
this?
Because it looks like this. See, Lacey says you used one before. Yes, you hear Corbin and
I
you
do
see
not
Corbin.
have one of those.
I could have
That's like a
sworn you had-
miniature rug beater. I don't have one of those.
It is a lifesaver. If you do not have a mixer,
No, I got this. I'm good.
yeah, you do have that, but I could have swore you had one of those.
Oh, I don't have one of those. I don't have one of those. That looks like a miniature version of a rug beater that my grandma used to whack the tar out of the rugs with.
I know Miss Christine has one because me and Christine bought one at the same time. Yep.
Okay, so you and Christine having one is a little bit different from Lauren. I know you have one. No, I don't.
Yes, I could have swore you had one of these because I
don't
thought
have
you
one
had.
of those. I do not
What?
have. Do you need to look in my drawers?
No, I don't need to look at your drawers. Lacey is like, her fingers wouldn't been like that. Yeah. It was almost like that. See, y'all, it was almost like that. My fingers almost look like that.
Well, that went south fast.
Looks like a praying mantis in an astronaut helmet. Now I can't unsee it.
Oh, it does. It looks like a praying mantis in an astronaut helmet.
She said that's another game. Look in Lauren's drawers. I know she has one, I'll tell you. I saw it. And she got rid of it.
It's time for What's in Lauren's Drawers?
Joel's going to come back. Wait a minute. Y'all said y'all was making donuts.
So this is what you do every day when I'm at work.
All these snow days are waking me up from what you do all day. So
this is what we do when the guys are at work. Because they have snow days, they get to see the day in the life of Lauren and Amy.
Well, get to. I was thinking more like have to.
Getting back to donuts, folks.
Jovita asked what the heck we're doing right now. No, we're not playing in my drawers. We are rising the dough. Cold kitchen. It's going to take a little bit to get this risen. So let's do this. Let's get our cinnamon sugar ready to go.
Okay.
So I'm going to grab a bowl.
Cooking and cackling with Amy and Lauren.
Oh, that's a good one. Now this is just, I've got this cinnamon sugar all mixed up already, and I'm just putting it into a bowl.
Let's go.
Jovita says she's trying to keep these homesteaders on track.
Forget about it, huh? Good luck with that.
I'm scarred for life now.
Put it down.
Oh.
Right. Oops gets it. Beat the rugs, make dough. Yeah.
Yes.
Better in the bowl than in your drawers. Thank you for that, Christy. Thank you. I'll be calling you later. Yeah. Y'all, and if you haven't, if you are interested in gardening, all things homestead, true, salt of the earth, good content, head over there to Bayou Back 40 and show Christy some love. We're trying to get her to her first 100 subscribers.
She does have some good content. I will tell you that right now. I've already watched some of her stuff, and yeah, she's got some good stuff.
She did a tour of P. Allen's gardens and his place down
back 40.
I didn't realize.
David.
Oh, hey, David, what's up? We're just in here talking about my drawers.
Say good morning, Lauren.
Hi, Corbin. Oh, buddy. Bedhead, don't care.
So you spin it between hands?
Well, maybe if you're Amish.
Are you talking about my my dough whisk?
I took it back in the
Oh, okay. Yeah. Chris took it away. Blessed to crochet. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Spin it like fire starting wood.
What are you doing?
He don't know what he's looking for.
I would
It's
think that'd be
gone.
a mess. No. So this is the part of the show that this is where doing it live is kind of different, because I would edit all of this out right now. It would just be I'm putting it in there and I raise it and then poof, I'm done. Well, like in one hand and breakfast in the other, David.
Okay, so do you mix the sugar and I mean you have it all mixed in that little bottle, but tell them what's in that bottle. The sugar and cinnamon.
Yeah, for my sugar and cinnamon, the ratio is 1 tablespoon of cinnamon to 4 tablespoons of sugar. So it's a 1-to-4 ratio. You can adjust that however you want. Look at that. Judy's in.
Hi,
From the
Judy.
Waltons. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, it's a balmy 27 degrees there, Neil says.
Oh, you're practically melting over there.
Yeah, it's cold in here.
It's 14 here. What you doing, babe? He's in there eating Cocoa Puffs and watching cartoons, y'all.
I'm not.
As he stashes the bowl under the couch. He came in just long enough to give us all a hat attack, and then he took off. Nice.
It's actually a Danish dough whisk. We're back to the whisk. I don't know what kind of whisk it is.
Yeah, it's a Danish dough beater. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
If she would have called it that instead of, well, it's this thingy that has an, looks like a thing. It's a praying mantis in an astronaut's helmet.
Yeah. No, don't hit. Don't hit.
Hey, honey,
Yeah, but
call your girl.
you're be good.
Okay, I'm starting to heat my oil to fry it.
Okay.
And I'm going to put that on about between medium and medium high. That's where I'm going to go with it. I have a prepared pan here. All it is a parchment paper lined cookie sheet. Kind of get that ready here. Okay. We just got a couple more minutes on this dough and she'll be ready to rock and roll.
Awesome.
Oh, another little tip. It doesn't matter what time of the year it is for me. I use the instant or the rapid rise yeast. You use what you're comfortable with, but this will cut down on your rise time and your proofing time and all that stuff.
I also love using the instant.
Here we go. We are ready to rock and roll. All right, I'm just going to loosely knead it a little bit here. Get it all nice and happy, punched down, all that. The dough feels so silky and so smooth. It really feels good. It's the spouse corrector.
What are we making? We are making donuts.
I'm just rolling out to about between a quarter of an inch and a half an inch thick. I'm taking these little cutters. Just like this.
Hey, sit down.
You can't see a thing I'm doing. Hang on. Let me
Sit
Right.
down.
try to do this without dropping you in the dough. See, my little itty bitty one for the center, for the holes. Boop. You know, a lot of people would rather have the cake donuts, and those are fine too. They're perfectly fine. But there's just something about a very cold day and fresh yeast donuts. A cup of tea or a cup of coffee, and ooh,
Little donut holes. Donut holes. Yeah,
yeah,
donut holes.
donut hole, donut hole.
Just making donut holes. And donuts. You see the donuts? Donut.
How old is he now? He's 2?
He's 2. He'll be 3.
He's getting so big.
I know. Are you a big boy? What's your name? Corbin.
And we're just going to transfer our cut donuts over to our parchment paper.
Thank you.
All right, now I kind of got the impression that Jovita is not going to forgive me if I don't make at least one braid.
Yep. Good morning, Drifting Dreamers 5.
What is up, my snizzle?
So
All right.
the Muddy Acres Homestead said in high school they worked at a bakery. Nothing better than a hot, fresh glazed donut.
Truth.
Absolutely.
Oh, I can't find my one thingy that has the thingy and it has I can't
The
find my
thingy.
one thingy.
It's in that drawer. I know it's in your drawer somewhere.
I found my thingy. I found my thingy. I found my thingy.
Oh, look. Look, she's going to cut it. Look. Yes, you have a black, yes, you have a black freckle. Yes.
You have freckles?
He has one little black freckle on his pinky, and he absolutely loves showing everybody.
Well, only the most special little boys have little
Oh,
freckles.
no.
What?
Read that comment.
I can't read it. It was so cold. That's our Mikey. I promise you that's not Alyssa doing that. That's Mike. That's 100% Mike.
Oh.
But did you pin it to a Google map, Mikey?
I know. Lacey's good at Googling thingies. like cooking thingies. This is my thingy.
And then just all of a sudden we went south again.
Good morning, Ginger.
Good morning, Ginger.
I bet Ginger could have told me what it was without seeing it.
I bet she would have been like me based on your description going, I think. Don't know.
You should have heard me describe it, Ginger. It was hilarious. Hey, don't hit it. You're gonna break it, dude.
All
It's
right,
okay, Lord.
let's
It's all
try
the
a braid. Guys, braid. Just that simple.
Oh, look at that braid.
It's that simple. And I think we're gonna fry up that one first.
Okay.
See how she does. Hey, babe.
Yes.
Will you call your girl?
Sierra, come.
Let's do it again.
I still can't unseen the the praying mantis with the spaceship helmet.
Perfect description.
No.
That's what I was describing, Ginger. Don't break it.
I can't, I don't. Yeah.
Are you making more twists?
I'm making one more
Okay.
so I can show how easy it is to do. But she keeps wanting to break on me, so I'm not happy with that. So usually when we're doing this kind of stuff, I have the dogs outside on the deck, but it's too cold to keep them outside today.
Yep.
Even though they're very hairy winter dogs.
Dog.
Dogs, yeah.
Yeah. Dog. Mm-hmm.
Twist, 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 pinch. It's that simple. Now, whether or not it'll stick together. Now, we're going to take one of these little. Why am I blurry?
You just went blurry just now. Oh.
I stayed blurry, didn't I?
Have a good day, Jovita.
She says, I'm done. I'm out of here. Don't know what people are doing. All right, I'm going to turn the heat up on my oil just a little bit because it's not heating up enough.
No.
So we're going to the medium high. I'm going to tip you guys back up again. Okay, why is it doing that?
Uh-oh, we're going to have to bring Joel back in.
The Dickens, you say.
Okay, so yes, I am we're co-streaming from my channel. We're using my so like I'm the host, but she's co-streaming from my page.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, I'm confused. He's like, he can't tag certain people.
Yeah, because he probably sees David Glunt in here.
Awesome, Chris. Ginger thought she had her eyes crossed.
No, it's just me. Welcome to the live.
Focus, Lauren, Mike said. Hey, don't
You're
lose it.
not my real dad, okay?
Don't tell me what to do.
I don't have to listen to you. Mm.
Is she being silly? Silly.
What? Ain't not neither. I'm making my special beloved a special one just for him.
Aw.
Yeah, it's extra big. Well, I had some dough left over, so.
Get creative with the leftover dough.
Absolutely. But not that creative because we're a family friendly channel. I want to wash my hands right quick, guys. Hang on.
Definitely going to pray for your aunt, Blessed to Crochet. And I'm sorry.
What happened to Blessed to Crochet? What happened?
She said continue to lift up her aunt who's in hospice with stage 4 liver and lung cancer.
Oh,
She's declining. Please lift her and her daughter during this difficult time.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are frying the donuts. They are not going to be baked. They are going to be fried. And then they're going to be rolled in a special, special ingredients. Oh, she's making some donut holes. Oh, Lordy, now I'm scared. Lauren's dad is DD5.
Well, hopefully this week, Lacey, you're too scared to lick the screen. We don't need any more technical issues like that.
Oh, shut your mouth. Donut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So the donut hole, my little test piece. Wait.
Hi, Paul. Good morning.
Hi, Paul.
With this one here, he has so much energy. Like in this little bitty body, he has so much energy. This boy did not get to bed till after midnight. I am surprised he's up right now.
Ain't no going to bed when you got a toddler in the house.
And he tossed and turns and he kicks. Yeah, so, no, very little sleep.
Spoken like a true Gigi. I'm just going to drop the rest of my holes in here and make good use of them.
Look, she's doing the donut holes now. Yeah, she's doing the donut holes. Yeah, the donut holes.
Those are my grease testers. Yeah. So when you're doing this at home, guys, do not turn your back for very long on your oil because it can go up in flame.
Yeah.
Make sure that next to your stovetop, somewhere close by, mine's right under here, you've got baking soda. If you ever have a grease fire and you don't have one of those fire mats or you don't have a fire extinguisher real quick, throw baking soda on, never water.
Papa, here, Papa, here.
Mirror, Papa, mirror.
Good, two,
They're starting to work, guys.
Papa.
I'm so excited to try these.
Here.
Because after Lauren does it, Now I haven't done the English muffins yet, but I
Oh.
plan to.
Okay.
I've been busy with that bread. They're keeping me busy with that bread and the spice cake.
Papa. Papa.
Yeah, he will he let you share the spice cake recipe or no?
Papa.
Um,
Papa.
I think so.
Papa.
Yeah,
Well,
I think so.
it was his grandma's recipe, so
Yeah, it is. Well,
Papa.
what we discussed, yes, it will be in that. Not saying,
you could
but
do what my mom used to do. My mom was very well known for her cooking and baking. And she would share recipes with people, but she always left one little ingredient out. So whoever was reproducing her recipe could never get it quite as good as hers. She was sneaky old lady.
one thing I did change on the ingredient for the vanilla that it calls for in the spice cake, I use Jessie and Lisa's vanilla. Oh my word, delicious.
I tune in every other Saturday night to Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa just to win the vanilla.
Oh, but if Joey's there and Christine,
Oh, forget it. Forget it.
Forget it.
Forget it.
Yeah.
Forget it. Forget it.
yeah,
All right, now we're cooking with grease. Now we're starting to make some noise.
awesome.
I have no way to carry you guys over here so you can see this. So I'm going to give you the play-by-play as I'm looking at it.
Let's do a solo layout. Let's see how much closer we can get.
Hi.
Well, that's a little closer.
It's here, let me see if I can bring you up here. I mean, it's a little closer. Let me kind of tip you a little like that, maybe. I can squinch down.
No, you're good. We can still see you.
They're bubbling up, you guys. The recipe says about 3 minutes per side and then gently flip them over. What I'm using is this large slotted spoon.
That thingamajig.
It's a large slotted spoon. That thingamawiki.
Yeah.
They're starting to get a little golden. So I dropped them in before the oil truly was ready. So now I know, and next time I'll wait a little longer.
She is not putting glaze or frosting on the donuts.
You can. So
You can.
the glaze is super simple. It's half a cup of powdered sugar to just a dribble of vanilla and about a tablespoon of water. Mix it up. Look at your consistency. If that's what you want, perfect. Start drizzling your glaze over. If it's too thick, add a little bit more water. You can also use milk or cream.
What kind of oil are you using?
This is vegetable oil. You can use canola, you can use peanut, you can use whatever you prefer. I would stay away from avocado or olive oil because it'll give it a different flavor. So my little itty bitty holes are just tragic looking. Poor little things. Took too long to get them up to heat. Hopefully we don't have the same problem, but we have a short window of time to work with once the oil comes to temp. Unless your temperature is regulated, mine is not. You need to get these puppies in, get them frying, and get them out before your oil gets too hot and unusable. And it looks like I'm going to be able to do 3 of my donuts at a time in the kettle that I'm using.
Oh, cool.
So we're just going to go ahead and let those do their thing. I'm keeping an eye on them, very close eye on them. They get nice and bubbly and they start poofing up. And then you very carefully, very gently flip them over. Don't pull them out of the oil, just flip them over. You don't want to splash yourself. Hey, these are going to be kind of cool. Who knew?
And we're still looking for different ideas to, use in these segments.
Yeah.
So if you have something you want to see made,
Right?
jot it in the comment section, because this is going to be a thing for a little bit.
Yeah, we're thinking next week maybe tackling like a skillet dinner or some kind of a quick meal. So if you've got any suggestions, if you want to see something done, let us know. All right, at about 3 minutes, I'm starting to flip them. And I may have flipped a little too soon, so I'm gonna let it go about 3.5 minutes.
Lacey said she's waiting on Joel to sniff his way into the kitchen.
Why, yeah, you oughta. I'm just dropping one of the donut holes into the cinnamon sugar that I've got mixed. Look at how pretty that is. Wait a minute. Can't see it. There we go.
Oh, cool. Look at that.
That just takes the cinnamon sugar so.
Oh,
Mm.
she was the taste tester, y'all, not Joel. How's Joel going to feel about this?
He's going to feel some kind of way. That's too bad. Hey, babe.
Yes, but
You want to come try this?
oh, I'm coming.
Everybody was waiting.
What do you got? What do you got? What is it?
You can try this and tell me what you think.
Yeah, but what is it though?
They're donut holes, kind of. Y'all,
Hi, Joel.
Hi. Look at that.
Ooh, that looks nice, golden toasty.
Y'all,
Oh,
look at these donuts. Look
That
at
looks delicious.
These are, the texture of them is amazing.
Joel, read that comment right there.
What? Oh, yo, Mikey. What's
Mikey
up,
Mouse.
Bitey? Mike and Lissa. Yeah,
probably the kids too.
these are really good. Really good. Nicely done, Amy.
This was Amy's recipe. I just played with it a little bit.
Thank you, Amy.
You are so welcome.
Yo, let's make the happiness happen.
Yeah, the texture is
Hot.
just
The
Very
texture
good.
is hot.
Hot.
Y'all, look at this.
Mm-mm-mm.
Cinnamon glazed goodness. Right there. It's that simple, guys. You just drop it in the bowl, kind of wish it around a little bit. Do it while they're still warm. Ooh-wee. Guys, cold, snowy, icy morning, fresh brewed pot of coffee, and a plate of these.
Oh, that's a good question, Ginger. So she has a question. She said, how would you change this recipe to make chocolate cake donut holes?
To make chocolate cake donut holes? Well, you could use a cake mix, no yeast, because now you're talking cake donuts, not yeast donuts. Use a cake mix. Do 5 eggs instead of the customary 3 on a boxed cake mix. Very carefully drop by rounded spoonfuls of dough into your hot oil. You could do it that way. If you're talking about chocolate yeast donuts, like how you fry them in oil, you would just add non-Dutch processed. Ginger, clarify, are you still wanting a yeast donut or are you wanting a true cake donut? Because cake donuts don't have yeast and they're not fried in oil. So clarify for me.
And Paul K said, them ain't no good. Send them over here and I will dispose of them for y'all.
Thank you, Paul. Always the hero. I can't wait to see all y'all at the meetup again this year.
Now, did you say you weren't coming to 10 Killer?
Oh no, we're gonna go to both. We're gonna be
Okay,
at
they are.
Mid-America.
Okay.
Now I'm missing out on that fun.
Good morning, Miss Ann Parton.
Look at this, y'all. Look at that.
Wow. Those look delicious.
Straight into the cinnamon sugar. Because I'm a daredevil like that. I want to do one of these braids and see how they turn out.
My screen would taste like dust. Paul K says he thinks the cake donuts that he gets are fried in oil.
Usually cake donuts are baked. I don't know what a cake donut would do fried in oil. I might mess around with that and try.
Did you just say hi? That's not
You-
a good word.
Guys, look at that. Perfect.
Mess around and find out.
There's
There
some
you
truth.
go. Mm-hmm.
Any one of those donuts to go with my coffee.
You guys, these are some pretty donuts, man.
Hi, Mama Carolyn.
Hi, Mama Carolyn.
Get that donut in my belly.
Y'all, you ought to see what these braids are doing.
I'm excited to see
Yeah.
the.
Need to break one open.
Yeah, they're fluffy. Break one open.
Hang on a minute. Hold on. You guys. Amy, we messed around and did another successful recipe. What do you know?
Hey, that's what it's all about.
So like I said at the very top of the video, if you came in later on, I'm going to be doing an edit on the instructions that Amy was kind enough to post on the original recipe. I did a bunch of modifications because that original recipe didn't really make a lot of sense to me. I'm going to rewrite it, edit it. I'm going to get that done as soon as I can after this live.
Yeah, sometimes we gotta translate it into American.
So, Christy says, "Hear me out. I bet they would be good fried in good fried in bacon grease with maple glaze."
100%. What a great idea. Here's one of your braids, Amy. I don't want to drip all over my keyboard.
Oh, yay! Blessed to Crochet said, "Amy, another thing you could do is have guests on and have them cook something too as well with the two of you. I would be glad to volunteer for that."
Amy, that might be fun.
That's an idea.
That is an idea.
Some of the best invented foods were a mistake anyway, Paul says.
Yeah, I don't see hamburger helper being on purpose originally, or like goulash, where you just throw everything together. That had to be just somebody out of necessity a million years ago.
Yeah.
You know, just throw. I ain't got nothing but this, and this, and it turned out really good because I don't see anybody sitting down and planning that out.
Yeah.
My mother-in-law, this is a true story. My mother-in-law, before Joel and I got married, shared some happy, healthy tips with me on how to keep him happy. And she said one of his favorite things is the beef stroganoff hamburger helper. And I mentally thought to myself, I don't cook out of boxes. I don't do mixes, and I'm not doing hamburger helper. I didn't say anything. I kept my mouth shut. That night, Joel says to me, if you ever make hamburger helper, it's grounds. So I don't do hamburger helper up in here. Not to say anything bad about people who do it, because yeah, it's a necessity thing a lot of times. Especially these days, you've got to.
We make our own. We don't do out of the box. We make our own.
Yeah.
Ooh, bacon crumbles. Good morning, Tina and Eric. Good morning. Good morning, Farming Nature's Way.
See, there's nothing wrong with hamburger helper as like the kind of food it is, but I don't like out of the box.
Yeah, out of the box, no go.
Like they're making you pay for the luxury of them making the seasoning pack for you. Yeah. And you can do that yourself. So why pay for them to process it? And it's way over processed anyway. So
yeah,
I like making our own.
Ooh, meatloaf.
How about a smoked meatloaf, you guys?
There you go.
Ooh. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Chalky out the box.
Yeah, the noodles are different for sure.
Those look so delicious, Lauren.
Now this is Joel's very special donut right here. Get out of my donuts! Get out of my donuts! Get out of my donuts!
Well, you just put them closer to me. So what does that mean?
This one's yours. Look at how big that puppy is.
Only because it's hot. She wants you to burn your fingers for reaching over the counter.
Mess around and find out.
Somebody was saying break one open. They look so fluffy.
I'm going to. I gotta wait for them to cool off a little bit. I will burn my fingers. Do you have a cartoon to go watch?
Well,
the old school Superman stuff from back in the day.
No, the Coyote and the Roadrunner.
Yeah.
Joel, take the whole tray and run.
Amy, stop encouraging.
Hey, that's a comment from David.
She's just reading comments.
Is that David Glunt?
Yep.
Mr. Glunt, you are a bad influence, sir. We like you.
It'll
Guys,
be worth
put it
the
on
pain,
donuts.
Joel.
Look at that. It's that simple.
Hey, those
what
look
we-
good.
Look what we did.
Lacey says it'll be worth the pain, Joe.
Look what we did. I'm going to bust one open. You ready for the steam shot? This is the money shot, as Mike would
Okay,
call
hold
it.
on. Let me bigify you. There we go.
Let me get it. I want to get because I don't want to make it. See, I've made a mess all over my computer. Okay. Y'all.
I saw the steam.
Did you see the seam?
Yes,
Look at that. Isn't
I
that?
can still see the steam.
Look at that.
I'd buy that in a donut shop.
It's probably better than the donut.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's better than the donut shop.
Usually, when
Oh.
you make it at home, it's better.
Honey, come here.
Tell you what.
Oh, now he's being summoned.
Watch. He's big.
Yeah. No.
Mhm.
Oh man.
I smell it.
You got to try doing this, people.
Mm.
These are
Mhm.
interesting.
It's like just crispy on the outside, just a real thin, crispy outside. Really
Apple
chewy and
crisp.
fluffy on the inside.
Yeah.
Ginger needs a recipe. You posted it before, right?
Yeah, I posted the recipe, Ginger, but Lauren is gonna tweak it a little bit because
The directions.
the directions, because on the recipe that I shared, it said 7 grams of yeast, which translate to 1 little packet of the yeast.
And the other thing is the instructions to make them, they're all wrong.
We're garbage.
They didn't make any sense. So I'm going to rewrite the instructions. All the ingredients are the same. And 7 grams turns into a packet of yeast. Or 2 1/4 to 2 1/2 teaspoons of yeast. Guys, you guys. Wow.
You know what's missing? Some fresh hot cocoa.
Oh, hot cocoa.
I got some Black Rifle Coffee Company coffee. So
Oh, hey,
Yes,
that'd be
sir.
good too.
Woo!
How many eggs did you use, Lauren?
1 egg. 1 egg. You guys, hip, hip, hooray.
Yeah, those are a hit.
These were amazing.
Yes.
So here's a little tip to all you ladies out there who are thinking about, is it worth the hassle or not? I guarantee you, you make a batch of these and everything that can be shoveled off will be shoveled off today. It's a true story.
I was telling Lauren, I said, the excitement you get from knowing that you've made something at home that is better than what is inside the store,
Yep.
has me excited because homemade bread, I started making homemade bread and
spice cake.
spice cake, and I'm loving the fact that I know what's being put inside the stuff that I'm making. And it's so much healthier and less expensive, because you think, okay, well, I got to buy this and I got to buy this and it's getting expensive. But no, once you you make it, it comes out to be so much more and way less amount that you're spending making it at home.
We did the math on the 2 loaves of bread. It only costs, like, if you take a 5-pound of flour, cost, X amount of dollars.
Right.
But you don't use the whole thing for 2 loaves of bread. You use like this much of that 5-pound bag of flour. And like you guys buying it in 50-pound sacks, you get an even better price on it per pound or per ounce or whatever they do it.
Yep.
We did the math. It was like 84 cents to make those 2 loaves of bread.
Yeah, something like that.
When you take like this much of this and this much of this, well, you can't buy bread for 84 cents a loaf, much less 2 loaves.
Right. Now,
And
I did do the math on these homemade donuts, if you're curious. So I changed the sizes on these, but if I had done them all, the regular donuts, I would have gotten a dozen donuts, and it would have cost me 62 cents for that dozen donuts. A little effort, 62 cents worth of ingredients, and you've got a dozen donuts.
You can't buy a dozen donuts
No.
for 62 cents anywhere.
No.
You
And
can't
these
buy
are every bit as
a
good
donut.
as Krispy Kreme. These are every bit as good as Krispy Kreme.
I'm going to go back to Ginger's because she made us. Okay, so hold on. Let me see. What is it? Was after that?
It was after the egg one.
Okay, let me see. She was trying to specify what she was talking about on the chocolate donuts. She said the chocolate donuts like Dunkin'. No, not Dunkin'. What did she say?
Yeah, she said Dunkin', I think.
Did she say Dunkin'? She had to clarify which what kind of chocolate donut she was talking about. Okay. Clarification, Lauren, is it's chocolate cake donut holes like Dunkin' Donuts. And somebody had said that the Dunkin' Donuts they get are fried.
Paul.
Yeah.
Paul said that they were fried. I know this, when you use cocoa in the batter to make chocolate donuts and you go to fry it, if you use the wrong kind of cocoa powder, it separates from the rest of the dough. It's the weirdest thing. Ginger, let me do some digging into that because I don't want to give you the wrong. And
Not
around here. We got chickens.
50 cents was the egg. Because you said it was like 60
something cents.
60 something cents to make
50,
the dozen.
50 cents of that was the egg.
50 cents was the egg.
But I broke it down so far as to break down how much chicken feed to get an egg and what my cost per egg is. My cost per egg is right about 2.5 cents.
Which makes
That's a little bit of a markup going on.
Eggs a quarter, not $4.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I was, what live was I on? And somebody was like that. Maybe it wasn't a live. It was Dale. He on his podcast. He was talking about, that he had seen something about, how to raise, chickens and the cost per egg and all that other good stuff. But honestly, yes, I agree. I saw something on Facebook that says, you do pay for eggs, but it's more expensive to raise the chickens than, to get those eggs. Half of that is true, but
it can be, yeah.
It can be. But the fact of the matter is, once they start laying, it's
and you got to think
it's
about
worth it.
The return on investment
Yes.
part of it is once they stop laying, then they're dinner.
Yeah.
So even when they quit producing what you wanted them for in the first place, they're still not useless, and they make more room for the next generation. We always cycle ours through, like once because a chicken only lays like the most efficient the first couple of years anyway. Then they start kind of tapering off anyway. So if you constantly cycle them through where they're most efficient, you're going to get more eggs than you need most of the time.
Yep.
Unless you, like you guys, use them for baking and stuff. you probably go through more than the normal household, but you
Okay,
plan it.
Ginger,
You
I'm
plan
going to
it.
look it up and will email you. I will email you what I find because I want you to be your son's hero. Not that you're not already.
Absolutely.
And you don't have to worry about your like your heart
Yeah.
exercises because they will get your, heart rate up.
So we're living with this guy over here who trips over half the house getting to the donuts when he hears the word.
Sorry, I was excited.
Yeah, you apparently were.
Listen, y'all have to watch the replay and watch Joel come in. We both had a heart palpitation.
Yes, we
moment.
did.
Yes.
Yeah, we were doing AFib over here.
Cardio.
Yeah. Definitely cardio.
This is too much.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, Ed. What's up?
It pulls out pretty easily.
Absolutely. Marie, good morning.
Hi. Haven't seen you in a while.
But yeah, we're gonna do this next Wednesday. We'll have a new recipe.
You guys
for
drop
you guys.
suggestions down in the comments. Let
Yes.
us know what you want to see. It doesn't just have to be baked stuff. It can be anything. If you got
Yes,
something,
meals.
yeah. If you got
Yes.
something in mind that you want to shout it out.
Hi, Rebecca. Mild cardiac
Cardiac
infection.
infarction. Guys, I think that's a wrap for today.
Yes, ma'am. And those came out good.
Somebody's over here he's trying to mind his manners while the camera's rolling. He wants these donuts bad. Just a minute. Oh, geez, here it comes.
Yeah, I want to thank everybody who comes in and keeps us active in the chat, asking questions, because don't be afraid to ask questions because we're all learning here.
Yeah.
And if Lauren can answer it or I can answer it, we'll answer questions. But definitely drop some ideas in the comments.
Thank you for tuning in this morning.
Yes.
Joel's ready now.
We gotta go. It's about to get violent. I don't want to be demonetized.
She's got a weapon in her
I
hand.
am not afraid to use my thingy.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Be happy, be safe. God bless you. Keep looking up. Say thank you. Do it often. Keep that attitude of gratitude, and we will catch you on the flip.
Love y'all.
Bye, y'all.